Yeah, big welcome to all of the zodiac signs, but particularly to you, my dear Leo. Yeah, my New Year message was to open the readings to all zodiac signs because we all feel that the sun is right now in Capricorn, and we all feel that the moon is in Leo, and we all feel that what's happening up there is affecting all of us. But of course, it is affecting you more than the others because the moon is the emotions, the inner workings, and the moon is looking deep within and saying, okay, what is it that I can do to get closer and closer to this infinite play between gentle and wild? So the message that I got at the new year was, it was for Sagittarius, and I could see my story here laid out completely for me. And I thought, oh my God, this is my reading, not the Sagittarius reading. And then I realized, you, this like separation that we're doing, and this is what's happening in the world out there right now, is that I have this opinion and you have that opinion, and that's why I'm against you. Meanwhile, we're all in the essence the same, and I want to change that by seeing now that I am part of a collective, that I'm part of a bigger picture, and I don't want to fix the reading only to you. But of course, it's speaking more to you because the moon is something that is an intuition, is something that is deep within us, in our subconscious, speaking to us. So really clearly, sun in Capricorn, moon in your sign. So you get a second short reading because on the 20th we are going into Aquarius, and so you're the last one, and I'm just gonna give you this reading, but again, it's speaking also to me. So here we have going up into the third eye and realizing within the third eye I find always the power, because this is the word of this card, power. You find power to not be attached, to not be holding yourself within this cycle that is speaking up there about the sun and the moon and the earth, etc. And finding then a passion to overcome that, finding a passion to say, I want to get out of that cycle and I want to liberate myself. The court card that is speaking to you is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is creative, is wild, he is the Leo in the end, right? Here the Leo is also looking, they're both looking into the past, or they're showing their left side, and she's kind of in the center. She is saying, but I am in the center. I understand. One hand is at the head, the other hand is right underneath the mouth of the beast, and this is speaking to you very clearly that you have to clearly understand that the wand is your energy. Now, when I looked at the decks that I have all here in a basket, one card was flipped over, and this is a very old Native American deck, and it's a German deck because I have the English deck in Israel. So very interesting, it fell over, and I knew it was a message, and I looked at it, and it is a message. It is the Ace of Flute. Right? The native Indian, they don't create a wand, they made out of the wand a flute. And so here you have the ace, you're looking at the ace and you're saying, yes, remember your ancestors, remember that this is your energy, the wand, the fire, remember that. And you see how she is putting the pipe, she's putting the tobacco in there, and all the things that you can do with wood. You have a wand, you have a flute, and here she has a pipe that she's smoking. And you have to remember your ancestors, you have to remember where you come from. Now the message here is awake to exciting adventures, inspiration, and sexual activation. So there is something waking you up and is speaking to you immediately, quite profoundly. So the first card that is speaking to you is this card. Have a look. And it's saying, go deeper. Expressing the deeper meaning in life while staying attuned to childlike wonder is at the heart of all great art. The number 80. The number 8 above your head. And the 0, a new beginning. You're beginning a new perspective on a very high level. The 8 is the Earth star, and you are now challenged because this is the last card of all of these cards. There's 80 cards of them, and look what they do. It's the end, and you would think, now I arrived, now this is the goal. No, go deeper. Go deeper and have a look and stay attuned to childlike wonder. And it's clear, the message, stay open. Because for me it looks like a vagina. And for me it looks like he is either looking out of the vagina or, I don't know, looking out or looking in. But I think rather he's looking out and he's reborn. He's reconnecting, because what's coming after, it's very interesting here, is this card. You got 2 cards from this deck. Beliefs. So the beliefs that we have maybe about sexuality, and you are very clearly in the sexual energy, because it's saying here activation, inspiration, and sexual activation. Being excited, right? The exciting energy of sexuality. And here comes the second card saying beliefs. We all have certain beliefs that help us or can trap us and keep us from moving towards creative solutions. 59 counted together is then 14 and the 5. The humanness, the human and Hierophant. The 5 is the Hierophant, is the church, is, look what the church is creating, the sexual energy out of the devil. The devil, it's lived. We have lived. Devil spelled backwards is lived. All the past energies that we breaking free. We're breaking free, and we're learning to get out and go deeper into, what are my beliefs? Why am I believing certain things? And you can see she has up here in her third eye the same sign that the devil has, because it's only through the third eye that we can get out of these traps, get out of these cycles, get out of dark and then to the light, and light back to the dark. It's just constantly shifting and changing. And the only way to overcome that is going deep here into the third eye. I really see that it's popping out for me, because of course I see that this is the message. And this is also the message that I painted in the card of the dancer. Getting into the third eye, that's how we liberate the hair, the horns of the devil. Pointing downwards, spiraling. Here we see like a DNA spiraling upwards. This is an old card. So, you are awakening. You are realizing, Okay, this is who you are. This is your sexuality. This is your birthright. You're born into this to overcome and to empower yourself through the wand. The wand is going to be very clearly the message here. So the wand is what's penetrating the vagina. The wand is what's going inside. The wand is saying, I want to go deeper, and I want to go deeper into all the beliefs. And this also is a feminine energy. There's a woman, there is a sexual energy coming, because after that you have the Queen of Inspiration. This is Aries, and this is a feminine court card. So this is the counterpart to you. You are the King of Wands, and Aries is the Queen of Wands. So there's an Aries either connected with you that is inspiring you, or you are becoming more feminine, you are becoming more wholesome, you're becoming more aware of what is speaking to you here. Very profound message about sexuality, about creativity, about moving into a direction that helps you to understand that the third eye, here again, the third eye, there is this light coming straight down into the third eye. And here she has a cheetah, right? But you are the Leo. So something very active, very creative is speaking to you, and you need to go out and say, yes, I want to live that, I want to do that. And you're pointing your finger at this pyramid, and you're like, yes, I am creating my next adventure. Because then you got the fox. The fox is a very strong energy. It's an earth animal. And it's saying smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. When it's upright, magical, ingenious teacher, monogamous. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Wow. So there is clearly you looking over into a relationship, into a partner. You are that partner. Maybe you are partnered up with an Aries, or you are clearly yourself now coming into the understanding that if I combine masculine and feminine within myself, then I become this wise teacher, then I become this enormous empowered personality, and you're going out and taking on these new adventures. You want to learn, you want to grow, you want to live a new kind of life. And then comes the moon, and the moon is in your sign, but the moon, this one, is dark, is not the bright moon, because the full moon just was in Cancer, and it's going slowly again now as a waning energy to the new moon. So maybe it's speaking, observe this next new moon phase. We're going slowly to the new moon. Observe what's happening to you, because you're learning and you're understanding more and more what all of this up there is doing to us down here. And the dark side of the moon, it's very powerful. It's the number 7. So I think in the dark, you learning to understand the third eye, you learning to use the third eye, you really learning to use the third eye, so that you can become wiser, and that the darkness is not making you actually afraid anymore. then comes the House of Flowers and the pure nature. The House of Flowers is the number 9. There's a completion happening within you. There's a completion happening around you. There is something that you then can stand here completely natural, completely open, completely with the 7-7, because the completion is that you have found within you this gut feeling, the stomach of this house, the home. You have understood that something creative is making you safe, and you go out and you speaking about it. It's almost like she's speaking to a microphone, she's speaking to people about her experience, and she's saying, here I am. I want to share this with the people. And then comes Sagittarius. And Sagittarius came upside down. Now, when something is coming upside down, of course, the message is always a little bit different, right? Temperance. And Temperance reverse is saying clashing interest, oil and water, extremes, disharmony, a need to practice moderation in some aspect of your life, severity, polarity, impatience. I think it's the polarity. I think it's that understanding that, okay, here is this dark side. Okay, here is you wanting to open your sexuality. A rose is always a little bit of like, okay, open yourself to a sexuality that is not, again, with the belief systems, right? That you're not holding on to the beliefs that are trapping you and that they keep you from moving towards creative solutions. So find a creative solution here to turn this card around. Now, as you can see, there is her hair that is literally like reaching over. And you can see if I turn this card around, it's the dark side. And here underneath is the light side. And it's very, very fascinating how these two are literally saying, yes, let go. It's almost like maybe this is positive, right? That it's also the negative side is speaking to you because you need to look at this. Because if this card would have come upright, everything is alright, everything is fine. But this is telling me, no, you gotta really look into your beliefs. Beliefs about sexuality. Beliefs about why are you looking back at this? Why are you not opening yourself completely? And it's very interesting because I have these little cards here about Leo, right? These are German cards, but when I shifted them from Cancer to yours, it literally jumped out. It really was also a message. Like this card, I usually don't use them because they're German in an English reading, right? But it just, this one card flipped over and it was speaking to me clearly. Use it. And it doesn't matter if it's German or if it's English, because I mean, I'm German and I'm doing here English readings. So everything is a message, and the message here is very clear. Look at your sexuality. What is going on? What is going on with that you need to go deeper, to look deeper into the beliefs that you have. Beliefs that things have to be a certain way. Beliefs that you can now teach about that. It's very important that you open yourself, open your third eye to that and see deeper. And even in a monogamous relationship, open yourself up to your partner. Tell him about everything that you're going through. Be completely honest, because that's what this is talking about. And then you can live this. You see that? It's almost like it has to be upside. Otherwise, the message would have been a little bit too like mushy. And here it is very clear. You got to understand the dark side of the moon. You got to understand that sometimes even things are turned upside down. That there are polarities, and polarities are good. And then here, look at this. This is like, wow, so beautiful, right? The House of Flowers and pure nature. The 9 and the 7. The 9 and the 7. So 7, here's the 7. That's why I was looking for it, and I had it in my hand. But the 7 and the 7, look at that. So where is it leading? Wow, the Hierophant. Okay, the number 5, and that's exactly what I said. Beliefs made up by the church. Liberate yourself, get out of it, free yourself. Realize that the third eye, that's why this card is, you get this extra reading, right? It's usually, you have only one, but you got an extra reading with Capricorn. So this time it's saying, look deep within what the church did with Capricorn. Look what they did of this card, an attachment, and here is the ladder, and here is a new form of how we see belief. Belief is now shifting. We start understanding that there is a new dimension coming, that there's a new teaching coming, and you can be that teacher. You can be the one that's saying, hey, I have understood this because of the message that's coming here. I have understood that I want to show myself. I want to be natural. There's a completion happening in your gut, in your belly. This is breaking free from all conditionings, from all beliefs that the church has given us that are blocking you, beliefs that keep you trapped, and now you have to move into creative solutions. And here it is, the Hierophant. Here is your message. Very clear, very strong, very beautiful. Wow, really cool. Really cool. Anyway, so I hope I see you in the next reading, right? The next reading will be the Sun in Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. Very beautiful. If you feel the title is appealing to you, if you feel a picture is appealing to you in the front of the video, have a look at it, right? You can look now at all the videos if there is a message, because for me, I can see now there's constantly a message for me. I love it. It's really, it's speaking to me each time, and it's empowering me. So I get a little message every day, and I'm going to keep them a little shorter, around 20 minutes. So it's not taking too much of your time, but I think this is very special time with yourself, validating all of this, what's happening here within you. See what resonates, what doesn't resonate. And yeah, I thank you so much for watching. Namaste.